What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my Tottenham Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you want to be seeing more. Obviously, I've been focusing on my lower league series with Gainsborough Trinity recently. I'm really enjoying that. But I realized, obviously, with Tottenham, we still, I feel I want to really try and win the league again this season, but Champions League is the main goal. So I feel like I could finish after winning Champions League. I mentioned that before, so I can solely focus on lower league management. Like, I always feel like I want to do like a lot of videos, but then when I get into one save, I always want to play that. I'm not sure if you guys are the same. If you just play, not just make videos, but if you play multiple saves, there's one you always prefer. I think that's normal though. But anyway, that's how it is for me. I just played a couple games off camera, the Ipswich Town and West Ham United. And that's a thing as well when you're kind of a good team as well, just grinding through those games. Just against West Ham, took it to extra time. There was actually all teams on that day playing in the Carabao Cup. Had to take it the extra time, so we're able to get that done at least, so that is a positive. But we've got Chelsea and Gladbach coming up. Last time we beat them 2-0, see if we can do the same away from home. So we've got 2 away games, but we're going to check out Carabao Cup quarter-final draw. These are always interesting. 8 teams left. I'm not even going to say, I prefer to draw Aston Villa or Watford. I want to get a good team so I can beat them, but let's see. Hey, we do get Watford away from home, so yeah, that should still be a win for us. I want to go on, if we can, to win it, but it's not something that's a must. Like I said, to say I can win Champions League, I think to me how I see it right now, it's almost as if like I want to win Champions League so I can stop this series and focus on my lower league one, so I can achieve with that one a real challenge. So yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel a bit. And also, guys, sorry if you hear any like squeaking in the background or something like that. It's just my chair. Sometimes I move it. It's getting a bit older. Like, I see some YouTubers get like gifts from like companies that make different kind of products, even like gaming YouTubers. Like, but in terms of like chairs, but I've never ever received like anything, and I'm kind of a bit not annoyed, but okay, like, I've seen people like around the same subscribers as me get those things, and I'm like, no one just contacts me about that kind of stuff. Maybe because I don't do face cam, only very rarely, and maybe because it advertises it in the video. I suppose that's a thing. That's probably why they don't just give it out for free. There's obviously some hidden kind of agenda. Thinking about it, that's probably the reason now. Come on. That's kind of like discrimination. And I feel like I have to point it out. I even did do that little laugh saying that as a joke, but because I've done that in the past, like I say something, then have a little like giggle like that to like put out that it's a joke, but people think I'm serious. Like I would have got like a comment like some kind of person insulting me because I think I don't get it and saying it's discrimination, but it's just a joke, you know. I think that's funny. But yeah, we're gonna get into this game against Chelsea next up. Ooh, take a look at that. It's a must-win from Manchester City. They're 8th. They were supposed to be a challenger this season against me because I sold Eric Dyer to them, but they've lost a lot of games. You can't count them out, of course, but yeah, they signed Eric Dyer from us, 80 million. Don't forget, I let him go on the cheap for 80 million. Again, we'll just change that to fitness. Dynamics, just, I don't know why that stuff's up, keeps going on too when I start a new game or load it up again. But anyway, guys, yeah, Eric Dyer, what's he done? Champions League, just under the 7 average rating, or just go all competitions. And Premier League, just under the 7. So he's been solid. Like, he'll make those tackles. Like, he'll play a decent defensive role. But again, I'm back to that point, 80 million. I'm sticking to my guns. Like, that's really just great money. And you can see he got around the same ratings for us. He'll have some really good defensive games, and he will win you some games, but not by himself because he definitely contributes, though. But yeah, like 80 million, that's fees you see for like world-class attacking players, like the best in the world. And then you're kind of grouping Eric Dyer with that, like the top 5 players in the world when you talk about that. Even some might be more than that when you talk about like the Neymar kind of moves, that kind of stuff. So that's why I thought when I saw the 80 million offer, like, that's good. Like, I'm still, like, a bit perplexed that people think that's a low. Like, I said it, like, the episode after that is, like, nothing in the world for 80 million could be classified as cheap. Like, 80 million, that's not cheap for anything. Maybe just taking away, like, a handful of things in the world. 80 million is a lot of money. And Gareth Bale, yeah, he's fit. I can talk about, like, I don't know, that's another signing, I suppose, was criticised a little bit. Someone, like, said, I think multiple people said that Gareth Bale was a bad signing, bringing him back to Tottenham. The team that made him obviously came through Southampton, but yeah, see, that's what I mean. Real Madrid, when they signed Bale, 85 million, so that's around the same fee. So when Gareth Bale was at his height, like after that season, 21 goals, that's around the same fee as the Eric Dyer deal. So that's what I'm trying. That's why I compare that, and that's around the same price. And would you say at that time they are a similar level player or impact for the team? It's really, really hard to say. But anyway, the point I was trying to get to was him being injury prone. Yes, he might have a problem with injuries, but that doesn't mean you don't sign them unless that's not bad. That's not like really, really injury prone. He might have a problem with injury. So like out of the rate, like there's like hidden attributes in the game. It's like out of 20, like the normal attributes. So it would be maybe around like 12 to 13, maybe 14 at a guess, at the highest though. But he's a world-class player, so you manage him. If you manage him, and let's see the injuries he's got while he's been with us. As you can see, they've been like in-match, like little injuries. He's picked up a concussion, which is players get concussed. That's fair enough. And so yeah, he hasn't had major injuries. He hasn't missed out. And that's the thing. He's played 8 games in the Premier League, scored 4, assisted 4, Carabao Cup as well. He's getting it done. Only played like the 2 Champions League games, but yeah, that's not you manage the players. You can see his injury risk is high, so I got to listen to myself with that. Yeah, just manage him. If he's tired, don't play him in the full match, and even going into a game, rest him when you need. You can have those players in your team. You just manage them. That's what this is. This is being a manager in Football Manager. There's injury-prone players, arguably, in every single team. But the managers know that. The fitness coaches know that as well, of course. They'll probably know their level more than anyone. And you just manage them well. You get good fitness coaches into the team. You replicate that in Football Manager. So you can have those players. Because Gareth Bale is a world-class player. If he was transfer listed and you can sign him for that, which is below his value, which I did right this, 64 million to bring him back to Tottenham. It's a good move. You got to be smart about it though. It doesn't mean you just can't sign him. And I'm glad this is the case. This is a perfect occasion here. 86%. This is a big game against Chelsea, but don't play him when he has 86% condition. He could get an injury later in the game. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That's a pretty normal thing. So we're going to bring on Arjen Robben. Again, he's probably in the same boat as he's getting older, but he's going to come in to rotate now. And in this case, we like to switch the wingers. Get Di Maria on a winger on that side. That's his best inside forward. Yeah, he's slightly better as a winger on that side. And actually, Andrea Belotti has been really good in recent games. He scored 2. Or in the last 2 games, I mean. He scored in the last 2 games in a row. But Harry Kane is always good. That's the thing as well. If you take a look at his recent form, though, it was just like the last game he didn't score. He's always scored fairly consistently. So it's a bit of a big one. We've got to take a look in the next game, Champions League. So one's going to play today, one's going to play in the next one. Or at least start. I think for Eric Lamela, though, we're going to, put him available for under 23s. Just get that match fitness up. And then Marco Asensio as well will bring in Dele Alli for this match. Danny Rose. And this is the thing with Danny Rose and Ben Davis. They're around the same quality. Right now, I see Ben Davis playing better. So but I don't think that's good. I'm doing it, but I don't think it's good. It's just to keep them both happy. But rotating each game on and off is maybe not a good thing. You need some consistency. Then obviously one doesn't, I suppose, have that much happiness because you're not playing him. So yeah, it's really a catch-22 kind of thing. But Matthias Ginter, See, he normally will come on right back for Serge Aurier when he's like that low condition at least. And Davinson Sanchez, I'm making a lot of changes here. He's going to come on for Vertonghen. He's good. He's good. And Ginter was a new signing for us. He's kind of a underrated signing, not really talked about so much. Well, I don't get too much comments anyway. So, but yeah, he's a guy that doesn't really get focused on, but yeah, plays a nice role. So he comes in, gets good ratings. That's what you want. So I think all my signings have done pretty decent. So yeah, let's just get into the match now, guys. And yeah, guys, if you want to keep seeing this series, like I enjoy like playing with Tottenham, my save. It just may not be like every single day as people may expect, because I do like a lot of different videos. So even on a day, maybe if you don't see an upload at all from me, I'll definitely try and get one the next day. But it's because I'm working on a video. It's not meaning I didn't work on a video that day at all. I want you to understand, sometimes with YouTubers, sometimes videos take more time. Whether it be you're recording it a bit more, and then if you're recording it like a longer video, then the editing takes longer. So I hope you guys understand that. Like on a day that I don't upload, I'm still working on a video to be out the next day. So yeah, I hope you guys understand that. And I want you to ignore the recent praise in the media and just play your natural game. So yeah, we'll get into the tunnel now. He says, Adam Hamilton from ESPNFC.com, he approaches me in the tunnel. It's Derby Day, obviously, big match. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? I'm going to say assertively, it's always a tremendous occasion. Both teams on good form. They're a good team. We're going to relish the challenge. Yeah, let's say that. Cesar Alispilicueta, I think they still have a strong team. We're just focusing on what we can do. There we go. Let's play. Wait, did it show... I just want to take a look. Yeah, their lineup. Want to analyze that a bit more. Like, their team, they're playing Victor Moses as a right wing back. That's his natural position, but I don't know why. Like, obviously, in his younger days coming up as a winger, like, he doesn't have great defensive ability. His marking is 4. That's what I mean. He can be exploited. I guess that's good for us, but I just mean, is that really, obviously, playing the way the manager wants to, so he's got to adapt to that role, but yeah, sometimes you have to change your style because of that. I don't feel it, but that's his natural, because that comes from real life, where he's playing in real life for the team. So that's why he's natural in the game. That's his position. But if you like think about it more in depth, Victor Moses doesn't really have good defensive ability to be a wing back. But while I hate those goals, but we'll take it on the chin. We've made some rotations for this game. But the goalkeeper made the save. That's why I say like I hate those, because they had a shot, they had a chance, but the keeper made a save. Great, and it just went back to him. So it didn't really save the chance. So that's a bit annoying. Anyway, guys, what do you think about Victor Moses? But don't forget, it's wing back. It's like they're playing attacking wing back role. So maybe don't rely to be that defensive. But then you got Digne, so see, Digne is better defensively, but Moses better getting forward. So yeah, both sides of things. I think getting into halftime might change things up a bit. Don't really look like doing anything in this game. I just find this a bit funny. With Alderweireld has won back possession more than any other player on the team, and then he's lost possession more than, well, he's got possession the most. He's won back possession, so there's a chance that he'll lose it the most, to be fair. But, come on. I'm going to say aggressively. Show me something else in the second half. Fire them up. But then in the tactics, we're going to go attacking. And, yeah, we'll just leave those settings. Emre Can, deep line playmaker on support. We'll put him on that. And we'll start the second half like that. Okay, they got some great attacking players there, to be fair. Oh, no, don't tell me this is... Oh, don't tell me it's going to be a red. Okay, yellow, but that means it's a chance to be a goal. Oh, no, Fabregas. I'm not sure what I would prefer. Okay, they miss, so that's good. Pretty weak shot, to be honest. Oh, they've got a corner. It's cleared well initially. Okay, we get it out of the threat zone, we'll call it. Now, Emre Can out wide. Ooh. You see why I said, oh, what a great tackle. That was Dali. Yeah, did so well. You know, I was a bit unsure about, yeah, Emre Can out wide. And now Ginter. Come on, let's create a chance from this. Over top, Harry Kane. Harry Kane's got to finish. And he does. That's so... You know, in those situations, sometimes the keeper saves it or the striker just misses. But Harry Kane is so efficient. And how about the ball from Christian Eriksen? The run was timed, so perfectly. So perfectly, Harry Kane, just to stay on side. And he didn't really break his run too much with that ball. So... That was a great piece of play there by the lads. And now this highlight here is so crucial. That's what I'll say for sure. Icardi. Poor shot. We might make a sub. I want to focus down the left. Exploit the left flank. Because they've still got Victor Moses on. And he's like 62% condition. So, and we'll go a bit more direct. The short passing was going alright. Go higher tempo. And right now, I'm such a risk taker, man. Like, I'm telling you, it's like, you're away from home against Chelsea and you're trying to do this. Well, if it pays off, I'll look like a genius and it will look like a good decision. But yeah, Robin needs to come. See, this is where we're going to bring on Bale. And so so Di Maria. Yeah, because Di Maria is a bit tired, so even more. Gareth Bale just coming on, and with Victor Moses tiring and obviously not the highest defensive ability, hopefully that will be a good change. Harry Kane, even though he's scored, he hasn't had the greatest of matches. It's a tough one to do. I think, I'm just going to roll with that change. We're going to bring on fresh legs of Marco Asensio. That's a big signing as well. And even in terms of, I always like to analyze my signing because I feel people talk about that a lot, at least around when I make the transfers, because that's a focus. But yeah, I think he was a good signing as well for the price. 70 million considering, he's 64 million. And he was around that before I signed him. Last season, obviously getting better now, so his value's going up. He was like high 70s, high 70 mil, like 76. I don't know the exact number. Might have to look back in the episodes. But normally a player like that, when you're trying to sign them, like from a Real Madrid, it's that unrealistic price to pay for, like over 100 million. Like Marco Asensio, one of the talented guys in FM, like one of those wonder kids that's already amazing. So, like, I think I've done really good with my signings. Like, I've brought in good players. Like, yeah, man. Now, Willian, they probably should have scored, but that's what we're taking risks for. They're going to have chances, but come on, clear it again. Come on. We're being good with clearing their corners, but we couldn't get it back after we headed it away. That's a bit of a just 50-50 when you clear it, unfortunately. Oh, good save. Good save. We've got to be relying on that. But I might just say concentrate. Concentrate, lads. Digne. And I want to practice doing well away from home. They'd say they're having chances for sure, but you can see right now, yeah, they're... what's their formation? I want to know their formation now. Because they've brought on Pedro. Don't tell me Pedro is... They completely switched it up. And Pedro is playing in attacking midfield. To me, again, he's better out wide even though he can play. So that's... They change it completely. It's not that 5-2-3 anymore. That just sounds like someone drunk trying to count. 5, 2, 3... Like, not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That sounds like someone drunk trying to count. I'm not sure. That's just what came to my head, sorry. So now we'll just take off, exploit the left flank. But didn't I take play out of defense off? That's what I want to know. I think I didn't add all the options. See, sometimes that happens when you're recording, you know. It's hard to think of everything. Harry Kane. Okay, we'll take Harry Kane off and bring on Andrea Bellotti. Maybe just that fresh legs. Let's just see. I don't think we're going to score from this. This highlight started when we made changes, so maybe Harry Kane. No, yeah, that wasn't going to be a goal, as I thought. But hey, even though we've been trying to win this match, at least. Okay, 5 minutes left. There's a highlight, and see, playing attacking could benefit. Oh no, Emre Can! What a shit pass! Oh, you're lucky. And Asensio. Got it. Belotti. Could he be the super sub? Oh, Andrea the super sub. What a decision. Sorry, I dropped something. I was too excited. I remember last time I was recording that happened as well. That's what happens when you have a lot of things on your desk as well. But anyway, more importantly, Andrea Belotti is gonna... Let's try and... Sorry if my microphone made noise there. I was gonna try and pause that as quickly as I can. Jeez. I need a bigger desk. If any companies out there want to send... could be my first, I suppose, gift from a company to advertise something on YouTube. And that's the thing, like, when they send, they don't... People, it's not like you get paid for it, you just get something free. But anyway, let's turn this around. So we'll drop Chan back to... sorry, Chan. He's not Asian. So we drop Emre Chan... Ooh, Segundo Valente. I haven't really used that in a tactic yet. Maybe when I make a change like that slightly. Let's... Maybe drop them just back to support on their duties. For the wingers, or the inside forwards, technically the name. I did get this weird comment about how if you're using look for overlap, inside forwards are bad, but they're the point of using look for overlap because they cut in. Like, you see this comment that I'll show up, that I've actually, you know, when you like save a file when you name it, I labeled it the save file as dumb cunt because he didn't make sense. And he did that eye-rolling face, like the emoji, like, what the fuck? He's saying, oh, I told myself not to talk about this, but it just... How dumb can you be? You're trying to, like, call me out, and you're not even getting it right. Inside forwards cut in, like, they're, like, there. So the space for the fullback to overlap. If he's just winger, if he's around there staying there, he's in his way. Like, fuck, man. At least if you want to talk shit, like... know what you're actually talking about. Fuck. Anyway, let's just continue. Stop talking about that, mate. But I'm sorry. I just want to show you some stupid people I get. And they actually think they're right. But anyway. Uh-oh. Where's my defense? I didn't put one defender. There wasn't one defender in my line, in my formation. Lucky we didn't concede, or I was going to click on my tactics again. But there we had one. Come on. Yep. Oh, I got a bit sidetracked. I think I had the tactics the way I wanted them. But this is what we want. Bale. Bale. Ooh, we could score. Good opportunity it was. But yeah, you can see we're not really going that hard, as we know we're going to win. Just blow the whistle, ref. Blow it. Okay, there we go. It's all over. But I was just shocked there. We had one man back. And it was like, we were playing counter. And yeah, like 4 at the back. And defensive midfielder. So I guess we were on attack. So that happens. But at the end of the day, we hold on. And we do beat Chelsea. We beat our rivals here. And with a comeback win against Chelsea. And see, guys, the entertaining part for this series, like when we play those big games, like you see against Chelsea, it's always... Well, not always. A lot of the time, it's still very exciting. It's very close, and you see those intense kind of reactions. Ah, come on, Lamela injured. See, that's what I mean. Lamela got injured, and he's not seen as injury prone. And Gareth Bale, yeah, he's fine at the moment. So, yeah, sometimes injuries can just be random to players that are not even injury prone. So it happens to players, even if they're not injury prone. So that's what I mean. Just because you sign the player and he's not injury prone doesn't mean he's not going to get injuries. It's all how you manage it. And I suppose because Gareth Bale is a little bit more prone than the normal, the average, I'm focusing on him a little bit more, so that happens. And Dembele, we're just going to ask, yeah, let's see, Toby, what can he do? And he drops, like, in this save, it's been very, very efficient getting my player to talk to him, like another player, like a leader in the club, and like almost every single time. And guys, I suppose on another one I sold, and he was, again, maybe gone under the radar compared to Eric Dyer, Son. And is it just because Eric Dyer is English and Son is not? Hey, equality. Doesn't mean he's not an important player. He was close to the same fee. But anyway, how's he gone? Hasn't really played too many games, but if you take a look at the... Like, now there's a report of him, and it's not great. It's like 54 recommendation, which is... That's like nothing. It would just be... Like, if I got that for a player I scouted, and who's injured right now, funnily enough, replaced him with Bale. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, he wouldn't be a player I'd want to sign looking at that, and he'd just be a good player. Good Premier League level player. Then again, Bale's description is world class. So to me, in every sense, like, that has to be an upgrade. And yeah, I never thought I would need to explain something this much. I'm just like a bit shocked people thought that was like a bad move. And just because I'm mentioning, don't think I'm like sitting here every single day thinking about that. Like, just when I get in the mood for recording and seeing what people think about it. Yeah, it's just not maybe a few, like a handful of people. But yeah, it's just funny to me. Now we'll continue into the match preview for this big match for us. We've got to keep our streak going. I want to beat Barcelona to the top of the table. So, at the top of the group stage. So, we'll go into the team selection. We've got to keep getting our results. Ori is suspended for this one. So, Ginter's going to play a couple games in a row. Good match fitness for him, I suppose. Good match consistency. We'll just make some changes here. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this selection. You can see the players I've chose for this match, starting 11, and then you see the subs as well. So, let's get into this one. Another away from home match for us. Coming off the last game, hopefully we can continue the form and get another 3 points here in the Champions League. And there you see their lineup as well is a 4-2-3-1. I like this case because obviously there might be specific different instructions, but it's more so talent. Like, the best talent normally wins out if you're playing a similar style. But like I said, it could be very different, I suppose, approaches to the match. So let's say maybe passionately, we could secure a qualification for first knockout round with that. Yep. We'll say that in the tunnel, Eric Lamela. But we've been fine. He may have not played anyway, most likely. We just have great squad depth. A win here, oh, for sure. Anything can happen, and we've already seen it in the competition so far, but we're doing well. I want to give ourselves, or get ourselves into a good position. Yep, come on. But there hasn't been much going on in this half. And don't forget, we sold this guy to them, Vincent. Good Vincent. Do you pronounce it as... What's his nationality? Yeah, or just Dutch. Some countries you pronounce it different, like France, like it's Vincent. But for him, is it just Vincent? Because I got this friend, his name is Vincent, so with no specific accents on it. Anyway, 5 minutes left in the half, and yeah, this is a match, just nothing is really happening. So let's head into the dressing room. I wonder we'll leave it a bit. Come on. I'm far from pleased. Maybe just need kind of team talk like that. I wasn't even sure with my team talk at the start of the match. It just wasn't one that I would normally do at my first look. But come on. Dembele. You want it to be played more when he gets an injury. Yeah. And his match sharpness isn't horrible. So it's not because he was unfit or something like that. So Emre Can is just going to have to come in right now. Oh, Bale. Oh, I don't... Oh, Bale's picked up a knock. And but he doesn't have, like, that sign. Like, at least orange. So, he'll be right. Hopefully. Anyway. Sanchez. They could actually build something here. Oh, no. I was about to change tactics as well. So now... There's definitely a reason to go attacking. Basically, just the same changes I made in the last match. So, just keep that in mind. But also, Belotti, yeah, not really getting it done here. We're going to bring on Harry Kane. And then Di Maria. It's Di Maria time. I've got to have on my best players at this point. So, hopefully I can do something. But see, again, on the important games, where are we now? We're going to say demand more. Like, these big games, yeah, even though, yeah, Gladbach, I think we should be beating them, but, yeah, they're not as easy. Harry Kane has just come on. Oh, man, maybe he needed more time. Not more time. You should be finishing that, Harry Kane. Not more time to just get into the flow of the match. That's just a one-on-one chance that should have made it 1-1. Like, the score should be 1-1 right now. Harry Kane in all that space, like, I know players do miss, but that was a big, big chance, though. So clear. Ericsson, that's another one there. It could have been 2-1. We could be in the lead right now. Man, look, on another day, maybe if my players were more focused. Oh, because we've had chances. You can't fault that. But I feel we will get at least one back. But then I'll just be annoyed. Then I feel like we should have actually got the 3 points. Come on, Harry Kane. Harry Kane. That's not, again, that's a goal, but it's another bad, wasted chance. Because it was offside. Now, what are you doing, Stindl? Win this. Oh, good save. So, a bit disappointing here. Whoa, they went close as well. They could have just finished it off completely. There's a slight chance. But, yeah. I can't see it happen. There's 5 minutes at a time, and we've gone attacking. It's one of those games. It just hasn't happened for us. Even though we did have those chances, we had enough to at least score 3 goals, I'd say, late in the game, and we just didn't have our finishing boots on. So I'd say that's more on the players. Not to say, oh, it's not my fault, but we did create chances. Hopefully you saw them. Like, yeah, we did have chances in the game, of course, later. For sure. And even Man United lose against Dynamo Kiev. That's a terrible result. So, yeah, that's a bit of a bad one for us. And Dembele, 4 months. Even though he's a bit rotation for us, that's not good. And at 31, see, tough injuries. And, see, apparently Bale, he got a knock in that game, but he's fine. He's not injured at all. Not even, like I said, the orange notification. But, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So, yeah, a bit disappointing to lose there. But, hey, it makes it interesting. Yeah, if we just click back to this one to go to Champions League group, we're still top, which is good because we beat Barcelona. We got the result against them. So that's why we're on top of them, even though we have a lower goal difference. But I wouldn't say it's for sure. If we lose another one, give Gladbach some hope. So, yeah, we're just going to leave it there, guys. I think it's a decent enough season. But like I said at the start, I feel this is just like a relaxing series for me to do. So it may not be, like I said, it may not be like every single day, or like the last episode was a week ago, because I'm sure a lot of you guys really want me to focus on the lower league series, but I kind of want to finish this one up. That's why I want to win Champions League, especially they're both in the English leagues, because that's what majority of you guys are interested in, of course, being from the UK, and even people outside of the UK is like Premier League's the biggest interest. Obviously, there might be people with other interests, but yeah, the largest audience, and I've got that that's an actual stat. Like, for my YouTube channel, at least. Not in general, but for my channel, it generates, yeah, like, careers I do with English teams do better. That's just, like, the stats I see in my, yeah, YouTube channel. So, yeah, that's, like, official, technically. For me, at least. Anyway, all that stuff is not too important, but I just want to let you guys know my plans, I suppose, to let you know that. I feel it's important. But I want to be winning the Champions League. I'm not finishing this until we win the Champions League. So that's the goal. We're going to do it. Whenever it will be. Who knows? But stick along for the ride. And I'll see you guys in the very next episode.